Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Ngayong mga oras na ito, pag-usapan po natin itong pagdeklara ni World Health Organization na director na si Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus na ang coronavirus po ay isa na po siyang pandemic. So, marami pong mga sigaw na ginawa ng mga netizen sa Twitter. Ay sasabi, ang iba galit, ang iba hindi maintindihan kung bakit umabot sa ganito. Ang iba nagbibigay ng tips paano maiwasan ang pag-spread o paglaganap nitong coronavirus. So, sabi dito sa isa, sabi ni Brevity, Vincent Coin, they have announced this as pandemic. In other news, water is wet. Sabi naman dito ng ni Drasagir, we urge the World Health Organization to press the revolutionary authority in Egypt to release 100,000 detainees in Egyptian prisons for fearful of the spread of coronavirus, as the numbers of detainees in the same room are very high and there is no proper ventilation. So, overcrowded yung prisuhan nila sa Egypt, no? Nahingi sila ng tulong sa World Health Organization na kung pwedeng mag-intervene, tulungan sila na kasi nga sobrang daming numbers ng prisoners dun sa kanila, and there is no proper ventilation daw po. So, marami meron din pong dito din sabi ng isang netizen, do something for Iran. The whole country is at risk. This is not a joke. Kasi nga po, marami rin pong kaso ng infected cases sa Iran at may mga number of deaths na rin. So, nagkakagulo ang mundo. Ang netizen sa Twitter, sa YouTube, sa Facebook, makikita mo active sila. It's because itong coronavirus na ito ay sobrang nakakatakot. Sabi dito ni Nafay065, finally, World Health Organization managed to pronounce the word pandemic. Congrats! What about the travel restrictions? Will World Health Organization apologize for its responsibility and unprofessionalism? Remember, Tedros is an epidemiologist. O, diba? Kasi nga, nakita niya na lumaganap na nga itong coronavirus na ito at ang daming bansa na merong infected cases. Dami and dahil dito galit na galit siya, talagang shinout out niya sa Twitter ang nararamdaman ng puso niya. Meron naman dito sabi ni Rastafarian, you should have mandated a travel ban from the very beginning. Kasi nga, huli na ang lahat. Eto na lumaganap na nga itong coronavirus na ito. Maraming sinisigaw ang Twitter na hindi nyo nakikita kasi kung wala kayong Twitter account. Meron pa isa dito, our situation in Iran, bare-handed, no facilities, no equipments, no bed, help. Pinakita niya dito sa photo na sa hallway lang yung mga pasyente, may kumot. Yun lang ang meron sila, mga gamit nagkalat. So kawawa po sila, kaya sumigaw sila sa Twitter kung pwede tulungan sila ng World Health Organization at mabisita at matulungan para makita ang sitwasyon nila dun nga po sa Iran. So naririnig natin marami na rin pong cases ng deaths sa Iran. So sana marinig ito ng World Health Organization. Sobrang daming sigaw, sobrang daming nagagalit kasi nga dahil sa dapat marami ng lockdown noon pa nangyayari. Tingnan mo sa Pinas, meron na po tayong maraming cases ng coronavirus at ngayon ginagawa nila yung mga lockdown na rin, walang trabaho at pinapagawa ng mga trabaho sa bahay, may mga close na rin yung mga paaralan. Nangyayari din po yan dito sa United Arab Emirates. Meron na pong mga paaralan dito sarado at it's gonna be 1 month at hindi natin alam kung may extension pa itong pagsara nga ng mga paaralan dahil sa coronavirus na yan. Kaya aantabayanan natin kung ano pa ang mangyayari in the future dito sa pagdeklara ng World Health Organization na itong coronavirus ay pandemic. Sana makita na yung lunas at may isinisgaw ang Israel, parang malapit na nilang matapos yung paggawa nila ng gamot para kontra dito sa coronavirus. At meron syempre mga iba't ibang pag-aaral yan para mahanapan ng lunas itong coronavirus na hanggang ngayon hindi pa mahanap-hanapan ng gamot, hindi pa mahanap-hanapan ng lunas, kaya lumaganap dahil sa pwede na siyang airborne nang dahil sa may kaso din na through ventilation na hawahan ng coronavirus ng isang pasyente na nasa hospital na wala naman siyang wala namang lumapit sa kanya, so na may coronavirus, so pwede siyang madala na nga rin dun sa hangin itong coronavirus na ito. So nandito po ang statement, ang opening remarks ni World Health Organization Director Dr. Tedros sa pagdeklara niya na itong coronavirus ay pandemic na nga siya. So, English po ang pagbasa natin kasi hindi natin siya makayang i-translate ng Tagalog. So, binasa natin yung opening remarks niya na nakuha natin sa Twitter. Ito po ay para sa kaalaman ng lahat at para ma-spread po ang gustong ipaabot ng World Health Organization sa lahat ng countries sa buong mundo, para ma-stop na at na tawag dito, hindi na madagdagan pa ang cases ng coronavirus sa buong mundo. Ito po at panoorin at pakinggan po natin. This is the content of media briefing on COVID-19 with Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus, the Director General of World Health Organization. And we read, in the past 2 weeks, the number of cases of COVID-19 outside China has increased third and fold, and the number of affected countries has tripled. There are now more than 118,000 cases in 114 countries, and 4,291 people have lost their lives. Thousands more are fighting for their lives in hospitals. In the days and weeks ahead, we expect to see the number of COVID-19 cases, the number of deaths, and the number of affected countries climb even higher. World Health Organization has been assessing this outbreak around the clock, and we are deeply concerned both by the alarming levels of spread and severity, and by the alarming levels of inaction. We have therefore made the assessment that COVID-19 can be characterized as pandemic. Pandemic is not a word to use slightly or carelessly. It is a word that, if misused, can cause unreasonable fear or unjustified acceptance that fights over, leading to unnecessary suffering and death. According to him, describing the situation as a pandemic does not change the World Health Organization's assessment of the threats posed by this coronavirus. It doesn't change who is doing, and it doesn't change what countries should do. He said that we have never before seen a pandemic sparkled by a coronavirus, and we have never before seen a pandemic that can be controlled at the same time. World Health Organization has been in full response mode since we were notified of the first case. We have called every day for countries to take urgent and aggressive action, according to him. We have rung the alarm bell loud and clear. As I said on Monday, just looking at the number of COVID-19 cases and the number of countries affected does not tell the full story. He said of the 118,000 COVID-19 cases reported globally in 114 countries, more than 90% of cases are in just 4 countries, and 2 of those, China and Korea, have significantly declining epidemics. So 81 countries have not reported any COVID-19 cases, and 57 countries have reported 10 cases or less. We cannot say this loudly enough or clearly enough or often enough. All countries can still change the course of this pandemic. Dr. Tedros said if countries detect, test, treat, isolate, trace, and mobilize the people in the response, those with a handful of COVID-19 cases can prevent those cases becoming clusters, and those clusters becoming community transmission. Even those countries with community transmission or large clusters can turn the tide on this, he said. Several countries have demonstrated that this virus can be suppressed and controlled. He said that the challenge of many countries who are now dealing with large COVID-19 clusters or community transmission is not whether they can do the same, it's whether they will. Some countries are struggling with the lack of capacity, some countries are struggling with lack of resources, and some countries are struggling with lack of resolve. We are grateful for the measures being taken in Iran and Korea, Italy and Korea to slow the virus and control their COVID-19 epidemics. We know that these measures are taking a heavy toll on societies and economies just as they did in China. All countries must strike a fine balance between protecting health, minimizing economic and social disruption and respecting human rights. World Health Organization's mandate is public health, but we are working with many partners across all sectors to mitigate the social and economic consequences of this COVID-19 pandemic. This is not just a public health crisis, it is a crisis that will touch every sector, so every sector and every individual must be involved in the fight. According to him, I have said at the beginning that countries must take a whole of government, whole of society approach built around a comprehensive strategy to prevent infections, save lives, and minimize impact. Let me summarize it in 4 key areas, he said. Prepare and be ready, detect, protect, and treat, reduce transmission, innovate, and learn. And he said, I remind all countries that we are calling you to, number 1, activate and scale up your emergency response mechanisms, communicate with your people about risk and how they can protect themselves, find, isolate, test, and treat every COVID-19 case, and trace every contact. And then number 2, I remind all countries that we are calling on you to ready at your hospitals, protect and train your health workers. Let's all look out for each other. There's been so much attention on one word. Let me give you some other words that matter much more and that are much more actionable. That is prevention, preparedness, public health, political leadership, and most of all, people. We're in this together to do the right things with calm and protect citizens of the world. It's doable. That's from Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus, Director General of World Health Organization. So that's the content of his media briefing. And so this coronavirus is now considered pandemic. It's because it's unstoppable and the number of infected cases it keeps on growing and growing and growing, and number of deaths is now not a joke. More people are now dying, so and more people are struggling in the hospitals, so now they consider that as pandemic. So it's a big thing now, not a small thing, but a big thing, because it's happening globally. It's all around the world, almost around the world, and most of the countries are now having infected cases, numbers and numbers and numbers, and more and more and more and more. So hope medicine or the cure can be realized soon, and they see what they need to do to stop this and to put a final stop on the spread of this coronavirus. It's deadly and deadly and deadly. At yan po ang pahayag, opening remarks po yan ng World Health Organization Director Dr. Tedros. And so, Kung ano man po ang comment ninyo, ihulog nyo lang po yan down below. For sure, may mga sa mga makakapanood, share nyo na rin po para malaman ng iba kung anong dapat gawin. At dahil nga pandemic na itong dineklara ng pandemic itong coronavirus ng World Health Organization. Subscribe my channel for more updates dito lang po sa coronavirus. Takatutukan na po natin to kasi hindi na po siya ka-joke-joke. Nasa paligid lang po natin siya. Ingat-ingat po tayo. Subscribe my channel at hanggat kaya ko mag-update ako ng mga bagong balita at mga bagong update dito lang po sa coronavirus na ito. Dito lang po sa channel natin, Alexander Lecce-Juice. Kaya ito po ang inyong lingkod, Alexander Lecce-Juice. Nagsasabi, subscribe my channel, tap the bell para ma-update kayo sa kung ano man ang mga bagong balita nitong coronavirus. Maraming salamat po. Bye-bye.